Hi friends and followers. I just wanted to talk very briefly about bottom surgery, about what that means for me, what my thoughts and choices are on it, as well as why I haven't addressed this issue so far. Basically why I don't like talking about bottom surgery and I will often ignore comments about it is because it's not something that I think about often, but I'm asked about it all the time. So for me, it's not a concern, and I've tried to express that. I've tried to, by not bringing it up, really highlight the fact that it's not something I'm interested in, or not something I'm really interested in talking about either. While I am comfortable disclosing that I haven't had bottom surgery, I find it really hard, and I've had these really difficult interactions with folks who want to know why I don't want it. It's really hard for me to approach the topic when I say it's not something I'm interested in, and they'll say why, or they'll throw all these reasons in my face that are like, well, like, don't you want it? Like, everyone, like, if you're a guy, you should want it, and all this stuff, and I just don't see the world that way. I don't see my body that way, and I don't see my identity as a man or a transmasculine being that way. I mean, simply put, I don't want bottom surgery, and I also just don't want those who have had it or who are set on having it to feel bad. Like, I don't want to explain that I don't want it because I'm not happy with the results when they're happy with their results. It's all just personal preference. So it's really touchy subject, and it's hard to confront for me. And I also don't like to have to defend myself for why I don't have it. So for instance, most recently, I checked my comments this morning, and I had a comment that said, hey Sky, don't you want to get that thing, you know, ... you know what I mean, ... the thing that'll make women happy. To which my response was, what, like a great personality, a romantic sweet side, like playing her songs, making her dinner, giving her back rubs. I mean, that's what I find has made my partners happy, and we mutually make each other happy. So I don't know, there's just a lot tied to this one organ, to this one thought, to this one thing, bottom surgery, like happiness, completeness. For me, that's not what it is about for me. We got 5 points, and these are my 5 things that I want to say about bottom surgery. 1, it is not something that I ever planned for. When I began my physical transition, I was like, okay, top surgery, absolutely. A hysterectomy within 5 years of starting T, okay, that makes sense. Bottom surgery, nah, not interested. 2, post-top surgery, I did feel a little bit more dysphoric about my body. I definitely, you know, the dysphoria that I felt for my chest was taken away, and I could then focus sort of that dysphoria on other parts of my body. However, I still didn't want bottom surgery, and quickly that faded because after I had top surgery, which is something I really wanted, then I was going through some hormone problems, and I had to get a hysterectomy, something that made me feel really terrible, terrible before, terrible during, but better after. Actually, a hysterectomy really resolved all of the dysphoria that I had channeled towards myself after top surgery. I don't know why, but having the hysterectomy, I'm not worried about anything. It's fantastic. I didn't want to have it, but I'm not worried, so I'm happy for that result. 3, I haven't found any procedures for bottom surgery that I 100% like the results of. I went to a couple groups and talks about bottom surgery and saw some results and heard about people who've had some results. And the entire time I was like, well, I'm comfortable with my body, like this isn't something I need to consider. Like these, you know, some of the guys were really happy with their results. I was really happy for them, and I was like, I already feel like that happy about my body, so I'm not going to go through surgery to alter something. 4, I don't feel insecure without it. I did for a little bit, but I just don't anymore. It's just not there. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just not something that crosses my mind. It's not something that I wake up in the morning like, oh, I feel like I have a lack. I never feel like I have a lack of anything, and I think that that's a really beautiful thing, and I don't need to alter anything to feel complete. I feel really lucky, actually, that I don't need to alter my body to feel complete. I mean, it's hard. Anyone who's making the decision to get bottom surgery, like, that's such a hard decision, and like, you want to feel complete and you're just hoping for the best, and in a lot of cases you get that, and that's really good, and I'm just really glad that I don't have to be in that limbo of like feeling this need or this want and this lack and this need to be complete, and I feel complete the way I am. I feel very blessed and lucky for that. Last thing, number 5, I love my body the way it is. Sure, I've got some issues. Like I haven't been working out, and I feel like a little bit roly poly sometimes. But I love my body, and I love what it can do. And I just really have never felt a strong enough dysphoria to physically manipulate it more than I had to. So I just wanted to say I'm really happy, and I'm really happy without having bottom surgery. You know, I mean, that's just my personal choice. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Like, I will answer some questions about it if you have any questions, but as of right now, it's not in the plan. It might be something I consider, but I really just don't see myself wanting to have any more surgeries on my body. I'm really comfortable with the way I am now. So thanks for listening. I'm glad that I could address this topic. I didn't mean to cause offense to anyone, and I hope no one feels offended, especially the person who made that comment. I know what you're getting at. I just wanted to answer truthfully. So I hope things are going well, everybody, and yeah, I'll be back. Peace.